Welcome,
Well,
welcome. What it
welcome,
do?
welcome back to another edition of the Wheat and White Bread
The
podcast.
wheat and white bread. Don't play.
so, I'm your host, White Bread. This is Wheat Bread checking in. We're gonna do a Murder Monday on time
Another one,
this week.
y'all. Another one.
We had some tragedy happen. We'll get into that in a minute, though. First of all, if you like what you're hearing, hit the like and subscribe button. Check us out on YouTube at Wheat and White Bread.
Man, you can find us
I adjust
on
the camera a
IG,
little. It was like
wheat and white bread.
Wheat and White Bread. You know, we're so technically savvy on this show that sometimes we have to adjust the camera. So
You know, and you know, as we always do every show,
excuse me.
we do this for those who can't speak for themselves, and our hearts and prayers go out to all the families affected by these tragedies that we talk about.
Yeah.
So with that being said, white bread, what is the first nonsense that we gonna speak of today, man?
Well, we're gonna talk about this Dadeville, Alabama shooting at a birthday party. It's led to. There's gonna be a lot more.
That was
facts to
when
come
yesterday.
out. Yeah. Again, we're taping very early on a Monday
You
morning.
gotta tell them that, man.
I
They
know. I'm
with
just
us,
saying, there's
man.
more facts might be come out, but right now, 4 people dead, 20 reportedly injured. It happened at a birthday party. Shots started firing
That's
around.
a shame, y'all.
Birthday party. I mean, I don't know, man. We can't even go to a birthday party and not start shooting each other up. Come on, man. It started fired. Gunfire started around 10:34 p.m. It's a very small town too. Dadeville is a population of 3,000 people,
Yeah, that's small, man.
and 24 of them just got shot. So I mean, percentage-wise, that's a lot, man.
That's a lot,
I mean,
man.
Come on, that's just one night of random violence. And speaking of random violence, there's been 162 mass shootings so far this year. 15 weeks. We're averaging 1.5 per day.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like every time we do our Murder Monday, we have a fresh mass shooting to talk about. We're never short on content. We've been saying this for 3 weeks now, right? 3 weeks in a row now. We've had
man.
4 weeks in a row. We've had a fresh mass shooting to talk
Man.
about.
Unfortunately.
Either on the day we taped or the day before we taped. I mean, come on, we gotta be better about this, folks.
Got to, people.
It's it's a birthday party. This is a birthday party. How many birthday parties have you been to?
Man, a few.
You've been to a few, right? I've been to a lot, man. Kids with my kids and everybody growing up, and your aunts and uncles and parents and yourself and whatever. Anyone ever got shot at one of your birthday parties?
Nah.
That's a list that's a list you don't want to be on, man. I'll tell you right now. I'm thankful no one's ever gotten shot at one of my birthday parties either. No one's ever even gotten into a fight. We usually just have a good time, and that's the point we're getting to. We even at occasions where we're supposed to be all just having a good time and celebrating somebody's birth, we're ending lives. Like, come on, man. We just got to get better with each other. We got to start treating each other
Then
better.
kids also have to have a desire to want to be a kid. Meaning that we have to stop letting them grow up so fast, man, and stop letting them be so exposed to the negative, because the negative look good. That's how people get caught up. The negative looks so good, and we gonna speak about guns and all of this later on, but this was a real children's part, a Sweet 16, if you just want to be frank about it. I think it was.
It was a Sweet 16 birthday. Most of the injured are teenagers. They haven't released. I haven't found any details about the 4 people who died. They didn't say the ages or anything that I can find. I could have missed it. I'm gonna keep on doing a little bit of research here while we're talking about it. But we're talking about a community of 3,000 people. These are usually tight-knit communities. Everyone knows everybody. Like 3,000 people isn't really a lot, and like.
Then everybody want to be gangster, man. Everybody got to be a killer. Everybody want to be threatening. Everybody want to be the bully. Can't nobody disagree no more. Even if it's over something petty, it's gonna require folks to go and shoot it out.
They want to grab that pistol.
They want to shoot it out, man.
They want to be the man.
They want to be the man.
They want to be the man.
I mean, for real, we ain't slow.
Now, do you think that? No, I'm not trying to blame. I don't pass blame, but do you think all this glorifying, like, for instance, in the background, we have it on mute, but John Wick 2 is on the screen. Right?
Okay.
John Wick 4 just came out. Have you had a chance to see it yet?
Yeah.
All right. Do you think? And I'm not blaming John Wick. Please, folks, don't dive too much into what I'm about to say. But do you think that this glorification of violence has a part to play in the desire to acquire these guns that are doing these crimes? Or do you think that the glorification of, John Wick uses a pistol to solve all of his problems? Why can't I? You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I know that's a movie and it's a thing, but there's this glorification of, John Wick. Everyone wants to, John Wick got that pistol and he's in, or John Wick got it, like that's how he solves his problems.
I believe that probably does play a little bit into it, but I also believe that ever since I've been growing up, everybody wanted to be a cowboy. Everybody wanted to be the cowboy.
Go back to the Wild West days, right? We settle it.
Everybody want to shoot it out. Especially as the guns evolved, so the same way we have evolved up into where we are today.
Well, we as a society have to evolve past the point of wanting to kill each other all the time. That's all we're saying. We need to evolve. Just like phones have evolved, and computers have evolved, and cars have evolved, and buildings have evolved.
They went from loose fit to skinny jeans, so the jeans have evolved.
We need to evolve and learn that there is a better way than our forefathers did it. There's a better way than the Wild West. There's a better way. And then I'm hoping that we can someday, before I leave this earth and join the whatever you believe in is after this, I hope we can provide some kind of difference here and make people try to talk it out. Like if Wheat and White Bread can do it, well then we can too.
Because I'm going to say this, man, to just pull up, evidently, if they've been partying and everything, I hope that the adults weren't letting alcohol be used to these young kids.
I've been to multiple parties.
I understand, but I'm just saying because all of that is going to play a factor into why a lot of these innocent lives were taken.
Yeah. Well,
in my opinion,
and you always talk about how if you point a gun at somebody and shoot them, you're accountable. It doesn't matter what you're going through.
That's true.
So I mean, we can't use alcohol as an excuse in one sentence and then say you're accountable for your actions no matter what.
Well, I'm using the alcohol strictly the same way you use to say training is needed. You have to be old enough to drink, so that way people know that you should be able to handle what you're doing you understand what you're doing.
I know, but
because a lot of 16-year-olds have never been drunk. They probably have had a drink, but it's a very big difference in having a drink and being drunk. I'm just saying.
Again, I've been drunk plenty of times when I was a teenager. I'm sure you were too.
But I don't think one beer will get you drunk.
No, well, that's not what we're saying here.
I'm just saying.
I don't think one beer will get anybody.
I'm just asking.
I mean, maybe like Zoe or something.
What, a Bud Light or something?
Bitch, you don't like it? Go home then.
That's crazy, that's my boy, man. White bread going in. That's a white joke, by the way.
Bitch, you don't like it? Go home then.
That's a good white joke, white bread. I like that. You don't like it? Go home. We'll holler at you. And for the kids who were fortunate enough to make it out of that party alive, let this be a lesson to you all. You have to always be on your P's and Q's, and you just never know.
1 second, folks. We're taping a show.
Okay. I just want to say bye.
That's my in-laws. They just dropped off my daughter. Hello.
We'll see you in
hello, everybody.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, they're going away. They're going to support some family members, but I'll see you guys in about a month. Bye bye.
All right. Be careful.
Yep. Life always gets. Life is always there, folks.
It's real life.
Life is always there, so you always have to. We try to find time, but sometimes we can't always get 30 minutes to tape something.
That's right.
Our lives are busy, just like everybody
else. At least
else.
It's real.
It's real. We are sitting in my garage. We are talking about this. So what were we talking about?
Man, we was just talking about, man, these 16-year-olds and possibility of alcohol. And,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know,
All right.
and I just want the kids, like I was saying, you know, those who were fortunate enough to make it out of that tragedy, be thankful for one, and still see about your friends.
Yeah.
You know, don't forget about your friends.
You know what I just realized?
And shouldn't it be some type of counseling provided for these kids? Because that was a tragedy.
There is. There's always counseling provided after anything happens at a school,
Okay.
any kind of tragedy.
But that wasn't
There's
at
always
school, was it?
counseling
That was
provided.
at someone's
I'm just
home.
about the age of the kids.
Oh, okay.
There'll be
Okay.
counseling provided. It doesn't have to happen at the school. It could just be a tragedy. Like remember a few years, what was it? It's been a few years now. I don't want to, but remember that kid who tragically died when he fell out of the pickup truck over at Mooresville High School.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and then they, you know, that wasn't anything. He just had an accident. You know what I mean? But they provided counseling for all the kids because it was a tragic event, and kids don't have the mindset to deal with that.
That's right.
They need somebody to talk to who they can talk to, and sometimes it's easier to talk to a perfect stranger. I know talking to my therapist is a lot easier to talk to than somebody who I know, because I know that she's not. She's not going to judge me. B, she's not going to try to use it against me at some point. And C, she's not going to throw it in my face at any given time. And for anybody who you're talking to, like, you know, who might have a ulterior motive, I'm not saying that everyone's family members has ulterior motives. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is when you can confidently speak to somebody about something, it makes a difference. So that's all I'm saying.
It does.
And you know, heartbreaks for these people. I mean, we got a few stories that we're going to talk about that are heartbreaking. I mean, we got this next one we're talking about is this Kansas City team. Now this kid, he's a kid, hasn't passed away. He's as of right now, he's in the hospital. He's recovering after being shot because he went to the wrong house to pick up one of his siblings. Nothing else. Nothing else. I'm going to give my 2 cents because I know Wheatbread has a lot to say about this. And I'm going to just quickly say that there was a TikTok made by this boy's aunt who said that he walked up to the door. It was just the wrong street. They had the same number, wrong street. Opened the door. The guy opened the door and shot the kid in the head. And then said, don't come back here again. And then he shot him again. Now the guy's trying to say it was an accident. This is not an accident, folks. The only accident that happened here is they turned down the wrong street. Everything else after that was intentional, as far as I'm concerned, from what I'm seeing, and I hope they charge this guy. And this is just unfortunate.
Man, I'm gonna say this, you know, and young man, I hope you do make it through, man. I hope that you can still sustain some sort of normalcy in your life, man. You know. And, you know, now, let me transform my focus to this fool, this asshole, this coward, you know. Man, we got to come up out this scared of black folks shit.
Who they won't even identify, by the way.
Yeah, we got to come. I already know he white because I can look at his neighbors.
Yep.
His neighbors said, we're a tight-knit community over here.
We take care of our own
We take care of our own over here. So, and I can respect that. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. And this is what I'm saying. If you are that damn afraid, don't a motherfucker get an opportunity to be warned?
How about
You can't just open up the door and tell me you at the wrong house. Now get off my porch, and you can still have your attitude. But do you have to instantly?
He opened the door and
You
opened
look
fire.
through the peephole, saw a nigga, and you like, oh, where my hand me the bitch. And he grabbed the gun. Like I've been telling you this, white bread, I know for sure. In my heart of hearts, in my bones, and in my fibers, you got white people who want to kill black people just for bragging rights, bro. Because it's so embedded in them to hate somebody who don't look like them.
Yep.
I mean that. And that right there alone is a big problem. These same white people want to be judged as an individual. You don't want all black people to see all white people as the Ku Klux Klan. You don't want all black people or all Asians or all Hispanics to see white people as trailer trash. You're you, they are them, and we are we, and et cetera, et cetera. It's lines divided, but we don't get judged the same. Motherfuckers instantly get scared You shot that man out of what? Fear? I know you wasn't scared of him. You at home.
He didn't shoot him out of fear. He shot him out of
I'm
hate.
sure he wasn't standing in your doorway
No.
with a damn AR, a shotgun, or a handgun.
He's a teenager.
A slingshot or nothing.
He wasn't doing anything. He was
He
sitting
going
in
to pick up his little brothers and
He-
folks, man. Come on, man.
Listen, he rang the doorbell expecting for
Pussy,
the parent of the person who owned the house where his brother or sister were, I didn't even specify, to just open the door and the brother and sister were going to come out. This dude opened the door and shot this kid in the head.
And then shot him in the chest.
And then
right
said,
down,
don't come back here again, and shot him again.
Yeah.
There's nothing fair about that.
Oh, I promise you, he hope he die. Because if he's able to testify and he tell the truth, that white man, he through.
He said, I'm going to teach this.
They just don't
Not
know
to
that.
come. I'm going to teach.
They need to move that kid somewhere where them white folks don't have the opportunity to deal with him. I wouldn't trust the nurses or none of them folks over there. Put them in a somewhere where it's predominantly black nurses and doctors or Arabs or somebody.
See, no.
So that way, but this is just me because they want that young man to leave here so he can't tell the truth. I don't care. And for you to sit up there and shoot that man, have you ever went to somebody's house the wrong address? You didn't get shot,
Oh, look at this. Ready?
coward.
I missed this, the last one I was reading the article, but
Go ahead.
This is a classic cover-up about to happen. Police believe it was a case of mistaken identity.
Yeah.
So who was he expecting to show up that he was going to open the door and just shoot him? Who was he expecting? Because if it was mistaken identity, that means that he was going to do that to the person who he thought was going to show up.
Yeah.
So either way, he was shooting somebody.
Right.
But if it's a case of mistaken identity, well, then that doesn't mean that you were scared. This is what you were going to do to the next person who knocked on the door.
Yeah, but if you open up your door and you don't see who you thought it was, then you supposed to already stand down. You supposed to automatically stand down.
Wait a minute, hold on.
You
I
up
can
here
go to-
strapped.
I can go to the corner store and buy a Ring doorbell. Just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. You don't have to open your door anymore. I can talk to people
Where I
at
come
my
from.
door from my phone.
Where I
when
come
I'm in a
from, white
different
bread,
state.
they say they always say a shaking motherfucker kill you first, man.
Yeah.
That was a shaking motherfucker, man. You a shaking motherfucker. Then the bad part is if his ass do go to jail, he gonna want PC.
Oh, of course, we already talked
He gonna
about
want
the
PC
kinda,
because he ain't as gangster as he thought he was. You just killed a nigga, and it feel good to you right now. But I promise you this: if them same folks down there want to keep their livelihood and their way of life, you better stay out of it.
I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. We're gonna follow the story and see if this young man
Make it through, young. Make it through, young.
Fortunately, pulls through. So the intention was for him not to pull through, though. That's just my opinion. What I'm reading here, the facts of the case, not the facts. What I've heard, what's happened, eyewitness accounts. Yeah. Now this next story we're gonna talk about. This guy murdered himself.
Stupid motherfucker.
But this is one of the most. This is a fascinating story because it's like everyone has heard of somebody potentially stealing a cop car and going and having a good time with it. Well, this didn't end well for this guy. There was an accident on the highway. Cops arrived, get out of the car. They're getting the details from each person. Well, one of the people involved in the accident decided to jump in the idling squad car, the state trooper car, and speed away. Mm-hmm. And it ended with him choosing to then jump out of said stolen police car onto the highway. And he died from his injuries. Now, what was this guy thinking, man?
Hey, you know what? That's what you get, stupid. That's what you get. You a dumbass.
I can't even feel bad for this guy.
You a dumbass because you would just
I feel bad for his family.
You wanted to go viral that bad? You wanted to show when being stupid goes extra wrong.
Yeah.
What the hell could you possibly be thinking? If that's the case, you should just drove on through the woods. You was right there. It was woods.
That's what I'm saying.
And hopped out up in the woods instead of hopping out on the damn concrete.
Why didn't he slow down and just get out and run? I mean, he got. For the video that I saw, he must have been in shock because like he jumped. You can see like they blurred it out because I think he was just injured really bad. And
Man, that man that hopped out the car, man, and skinned his whole damn
I
head
know, and
up.
then he got up and
Hey.
then he ran to the like
Hey,
they blurred
Bobby.
it out, but you could see him running to the edge of the highway, and then he just fell over.
The boy adrenaline stopped pumping.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He got that
Yeah.
adrenaline rush. He jumped up
Yeah.
and made it like 10 steps, and then
Man.
like remember that
And
what
his
was
body,
it?
His body said,
What was it that?
ooh.
No, he got hit with the Kill Bill 5 pressure point heart
Man.
exploding trick.
Hey,
That's what
man,
happened
that's
to him, yo. But
Hey, that's what you get though, man.
I don't mean to make
You
a
ain't
joke
had
of
no
this guy
damn,
dying, but
you ain't had no damn business stealing a damn police car.
and putting other people's lives in danger.
And putting other people's lives in
Yeah,
danger.
so-
You had no business.
Yeah. I don't
So-
mean to laugh about this man dying. I feel bad for his family. I don't mean to make a joke about it, but the circumstances that this guy chose were
Rest-
very tragic
Rest
and
in peace, bro.
put a lot of
But you did it
people at
to
risk,
yourself.
and he did it to himself. This is when keeping it real goes wrong.
No, when stupid is, stupid did.
Yeah.
And stupid did that. It's just unfortunate he lost his life, you know, because I'm sure they would have loved to took his ass to jail and prosecuted him,
Yeah.
because we don't need nobody else out here thinking that it's okay to just steal a police car.
Yeah.
Like there's no consequences for that. Like you're gonna be able to just ride to your partner's house and pull up in the police car.
Yeah.
You about as dumb as a sack of rocks, bro.
Now you know what I just realized.
Then hop out on the expressway doing about 70 damn miles an hour. What the hell? Man, please.
He hit his
Hey,
head
hey,
hard.
If y'all see this, the main body hit, boom, and it just glided for a second. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, woo, 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 woo. And just imagine the skin that came
Oh,
off.
I don't even want to, man.
Straight
It's
concrete,
disgusting.
y'all.
It's gross, man.
Woo!
But you know
with him.
what I just realized we are about 22 minutes into our show here, and we've yet to mention the radio show on
We're on the radio, by the way.
WDRBmedia.com.
My bad. Did we tell them we're on the radio?
We told them last week.
We're
but
on the
we
radio,
forgot to mention
y'all.
we got
We're on the
a
radio.
radio show. It aired this Saturday. I don't know if you guys checked it out, but if not, check out next Saturday. No, I have the recording, so I'm going to be posting that. I'm going to try to figure out how to put it up on the MarylandArenaFoundation.org. I'm going to create a page that has all of the radio shows on it.
We'll put it on the IG too, y'all.
Well, I don't know if we'll be able to. Well, maybe because it's just audio, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. So maybe we'll put it up in as many platforms as we can so people can hear the show. We have a white and wheat bread segment of the show that we're going to do every single week. We got a good one this week. We got a great topic this week that we're going to continue on our next podcast.
The Wheat and White
podcast.
podcast,
Check out the
y'all.
Wheat and White podcast on IG. And if you want to check out the actual podcast
We're
on
pushing
YouTube,
1,000 followers now, y'all. Let me show you.
you know where you're at. You're on the channel.
We're pushing
now.
1,000 followers, y'all. I know that might be a little off, but you see
we
that
got
9 in front.
There's people starting
Yeah.
to catch on. Starting to catch
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And we
Appreciate all of the followers, all the
start
love.
somewhere. We got to get this page up to 928 followers. That would be amazing.
Yeah, it would.
So help us out, folks. Hit that like and subscribe
Please.
button. And check out we have a radio show. We are nationwide now. We get our voice out to the nation. And, we do a little, it's like the radio version, we got a wheat and white bread radio version. So if you don't like the swear words and stuff like that, that's what's deterring you from watching this show, because I know some people just don't like to listen to it. If that's what's deterring you, check out the radio show.
Yeah.
Check out the segment, because
100% clean.
100% radio version, and we can do it either way, where we can adapt to survive.
Most
So-
definitely. Coordinate. Like RIP Pops, baby. Coordinate.
But we got a great topic for this week's show. Not to let the cat out of the bag, but tune in next Saturday.
Yeah.
We have a great.
And
Wheat
shout out
White
to the
Bread
guest
segment.
that's coming on.
And
to
we
the
have a
show.
guest. I'm going to talk about her right now, Kiana Wooten. I got her book right here. I'm going to give her a shout out. Great book right here. Sorry, I flipped it around. It's called The Breast Decision by Kiana Wooten. She did outreach to Wheat Bread through our social media.
Through IG.
And she didn't even know that my wife had passed away, and I'd started a breast cancer foundation, and she didn't know any of that. She liked the wheat and white bread. She liked how we interacted, and she reached out to us, and through that, I've been able to get her onto the Live for Life podcast, we're gonna hopefully get her to come on here.
Yes.
She's gonna come on the radio. We're gonna be in studio with Kiki. That's what she likes to be called. We're gonna be in studio with Kiki,
Yep.
taping. She's gonna be on next week's radio show. We're gonna talk about her book. We're gonna talk about her struggle. This is an amazing woman who's been through a lot of adversity, been through a lot of struggle, and she's a mom, and her husband is a great caregiver, same as I was with my wife, so I have a soft spot in my heart for her husband, who's also named Jay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Jay thing. It's going to be a Jay thing because that's me. That's big. I'm Big Jay when I'm on the WDRB Media Live for Life show. You know I'm white bread when I'm here, but
You know what it is.
you know what we're trying to do, folks. So please, check out the radio show. Like and subscribe to this podcast. If you like a cleaner version, come on the radio show.
Follow us on the ground.
Saturdays at 1 p.m., WDRBmedia.com. You can also download the WDRB app on Apple.
That's one
TuneIn,
Eastern Standard
Streamer,
now.
Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard, 1 p.m. Check it out every Saturday. Check out the WDRBmedia.com show, Live for Life, with
Yes.
your host, Big J, and the co-host, Wheatbread,
You know what it is.
a.k.a. Max Smooth. We're going to get some of his songs up. He's trying to get a radio versions.
Yeah, shout out. We waiting on you, SPI. We waiting on you, baby.
Radio versions, and we can put them on the show, and everyone can hear Max Smooth. He writes all of his own music. Amazing writer. He's got the Book of Death. I know he's got it because I bought him a
The
special
Pad of
leather
Death.
bounded
The
one.
Pad of Death.
Pad of Death. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I even had it made. I got him one so he can have it. He can write.
Hey,
And we're gonna
chop
make it
suey,
happen.
man.
We're
Chop suey.
gonna make it happen. So check us out, folks. We are on time today. What a show!
Hey,
we
appreciate
are on time
a
today.
couple of these stories that y'all been sending. Keep them coming.
We are on time
We
today.
kind of backlog right now. We got about 10, 15.
We are gonna get to them though, folks.
But we coming with
We're
them.
gonna get to them, and I got exciting guests coming up. Not just Kiki. I was able to meet some amazing people this weekend. Check out the radio show.
Man, we
tomorrow
got
to
some
hear
gun
all about
control
it.
talk. We got some kids talk. We got some business talk.
You haven't even talked
we
about all
got, we
this.
got the hey.
I met small business owners. I met a lawyer. I met a realtor. I met a popcorn store owner. I met a success coach. I met all type of people this weekend because to change the community, you got to get into the community.
You got to get in. You
So
got to get in there.
that's what we're doing. We're going to be on the road a lot. We're going to get into it
Thank y'all.
on the radio show. Check us out.
Pray
Thank
for
you,
your boy,
folks.
man.
See ya.
I pray for your boy. Y'all be going under, man.
He's going to have surgery soon. But
Woo!
we're
Let's
gonna
go, man. I'm gone with y'all, man.
Check you later, folks.
Yeah, Wheat and White, baby.
Wheat and White Bread. At Wheat and White Bread on YouTube.